Good morning, everybody. It's Alexander A. Manzoni with Manzoni in the Morning. As you may be aware, my Earth Day set got rained out, and it was a real disappointment. But that's life, right? Today is the Spokane Poetry Slam finals, and that's going to be tonight at the Bartlett. Doors open at 7, show starts at 8. I'm going to read a new poem, one that I was talking about quite a bit when I was writing it. This is called The Curse of Baby Secret. In the grip of an Ambien-induced fugue, a well-meaning collector of curiosities, Fergal Frankel came upon a deal. It was one that stood out from the others. Only $1 to buy this talking baby doll called Baby Secret. It was a decrepit thing, burgundy onesie stained immeasurably throughout the passage of time. Nobody really in their right mind would stand to have this creepily sewn together construct bearing down on them from on top of its shelf. But the perpetually sweaty Fergal felt compelled to click buy it now after having spotted it in online videos, such as creepiest dolls of all time ranked. And it was as horrific as he thought it would be. The delivery was delayed when the UPS truck went off a cliff in Colorado. In the smoking heap of wreckage, Fergal's package was the only item left intact, and that includes the driver, R.I.P. Pavel. Fergal filed a complaint with eBay, and he left a bad review for the seller. Still haven't received my baby secret. It was supposed to be here weeks ago. And just when he thought it wouldn't come, there was a crash at his apartment doorstep. The delivery driver had fallen, slipped in a pile of the neighbor's dog shit. Double compound fractures of both legs broken akin to wooden matchsticks. Fergal called him an ambulance, and when the driver was taken away, he brought the package inside. The black box with blood red lettering and Lisa Frank dolphin and unicorn stickers. Finally, uttered Fergal. He grabbed a pair of scissors and opened the corrugated parcel. The smell that came out was close to death. Was this doll placed in storage in a mortuary? While cutting the tape, Fergal accidentally lopped off the tip of his index finger. Yow! He screamed, droplets of blood alighting upon the dubious box. I want to tell you a secret, said the toy without any prompting. Is anyone else awake? Fergal hadn't even pulled the cord, but he didn't think much of it. He grabbed it and lifted it from its nest of packing peanuts. What a crazy piece of kitsch this is. The eyes were dark and dead and seemed to gaze straight through him. I can't wait to get you cleaned up. You'll enjoy your time here on display with all of the others. Fergal sprayed it down with Lysol and placed Baby Secret into a large cabinet with glass doors, next to a pair of identically dressed brothers in page boy caps. The days passed. Some time elapsed before the curse began to set in. Something about that doll made Fergal's skin crawl. It kept falling from its perched position. Every time, Fergal would put it back where it was, wondering just how it happened. After a while, he decided to fasten it down with zip ties. That night, he was awakened by a haunting, piercing cry emanating from the living room. Wailed the unknown. The cry was wavering, rising and lowering in pitch. Fergal fell out of bed. He scrambled to retrieve his gun from the nightstand. Bullets spilled all over inside the drawer filled with Doctor Who telephone booths fashioned into stationery and loose 20-sided dice. He had only fired his pistol twice, no training he had, but the situation called for it. It could have been anything. Fergal's pet ferrets were bristling in their wire cages. They were chittering and running in circles. Fergal threw open the door and charged through. He was met with shadowy stillness. The cry ended upon entry. Instead, he heard a slight creak. When he switched on the light, he took note as the door to the cabinet was wide open. And baby's secret, free of the zip ties, was missing. "What the?" said Fergal, standing before the ajar door. He glanced around the room, thinking baby's secret may had fallen. He put the gun down and got down on all fours to search for it on the carpet. How the hell could it have moved so far away from where it was placed? Nowhere was it to be found. Eventually, he went back to sleep grumbling and cursing. When Fergal woke up, nothing seemed out of place. Baby's secret was back where it was supposed to be. It was smiling back at him, strangely. "Must have been a dream," Fergal said to himself before he went off to the shower and then to get dressed. Time to get ready for another day behind the counter at Cool Duder Collectibles. Cool-lectables. It was his store, and it was the best spot to buy vintage toys in the city. Imagine how shitty he felt when he unlocked the back door and there was a dead security guard on the floor. He had choked to death on a Ghostbusters power pack. The detectives determined there was a struggle, but they were unable to discover the forced point of entry or any fingerprints, DNA to speak of. Well, did the victim have any enemies? Recent disputes? Detective Daniels asked of Fergal. He was dating this crazy Ukrainian bitch on Tinder. Did the victim have any disputes? Yeah, he was dating this crazy Ukrainian bitch on Tinder. Well, interesting. We'll definitely need to have a chat with her. Thank you, good sir. Unfortunately, the city would not let Mr. Frankel open for the day, citing health concerns. Fergal got pissed and threw a fit. I'm already losing a whole day's worth of business here, and who's going to visit the murder toy store? No self-respecting parents, only the nerdiest of nerds. So, on his unwilling day off, Fergal set up a Facebook event. Talk nerdy to me. It was a dating event for gamers and other collectors. This would kill two birds with one cup. I mean, one stone. Being alone, Fergal needed a companion too. His own sugar boo-boo. He paid to boost the post with an ad, and he was glad to see that people were willing to date in the same room as a man was found dead in. That being said, the next evening passed without incident. Baby Secret was back where it should be. It had Fergal questioning his own sanity. And on the night of the couple's mixer, Fergal trimmed his beard in the bathroom and thought naught of what may come. Only what was to come. Doom was on the horizon. He was surprised when 24 people showed up. It was a little too much. Fergal was not used to the delicate aspects of hospitality. "Whose stupid idea was this?" he asked. "Oh yeah, it was mine." He served nachos, cheap wine in paper cups, and a tray of expired crudités. They played a dating game complete with trivia questions. The questions were too difficult, and nobody, except for Fergal, could get them right. And folks got so frustrated that they didn't notice that attendees were going to the bathroom and not coming back out. Until around midnight, when Fergal noticed the head count was skewed. "They must be pissed that they couldn't get my questions right," said Fergal. By the end, there were only 6 individuals left. "Maybe I should go back in there to check." The lavatory was in the back, and there was a horrible feeling welling up in his stomach. He gazed down and saw footprints, tiny tracks of what appeared to be blood left behind by the pitter-patter of baby-sized feet. Fergal reached the bathroom and knocked on the door. "Hey, you fell in there?" he said. Was there a reply? There was something he could not deny, a low cry at a barely audible frequency. "That's it. I'm coming in to check." Fergal withdrew his key ring and unlocked the door. As it creaked open, bodies spilled out before him, all murdered by delightful vintage toys. "Oh boy," said Fergal, "this can't be happening." A sudden scream shook the whole party and surrounding buildings. The more delicate of them took off running, while Baby Secret had already laid a series of traps for them. It caught one at the front door, asphyxiated by a Lone Ranger lasso. Another crashed her car into a tree because her brake lines had been cut by a Masters of the Universe replica sword. Another fell and broke his neck in an open manhole aligned with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. And another died when the coast seemed clear. The man hit his vape cigarette. It had been fucked with, and it blew his face open from ear to ear. Admittedly, that wasn't a death by vintage toy, except if you consider Baby Secret being the vintage toy that killed him. While all this was going on, Fergal got out his phone and dialed 911. 911, there's someone here and he's killing everybody. What color is he?" inquired the operator. "Why the hell does that matter?" "To help authorities identify the suspect." "But why the hell was that the first thing you said?" "Sir, if there's no emergency..." "I told you, there's someone here killing everybody." "Please hold." Fergal paced around in a panicked state. Have you taken any drugs or alcohol in the last 48 hours, 24 hours? What? I had a little glass of wine, but... And that was when Baby Secret leapt out. From underneath a Pee-wee's Playhouse replica easy chair and cut at Fergal's ankles with a double-bladed Klingon knife. Yeah! Fergal screamed as he went down to the ground. The tendon was not severed, but close to it. I want to tell you a secret, spoke the demonic entity. You'll be coming with me, pulled down into the bowels of hell itself. Fergal threw an elbow and connected. It sent Baby Secret sprawling, and it dropped the punching dagger. Now the question was, who was faster? The clamor escalated, man versus toy. Baby Secret's icy blue eyes were aflame with otherworldly madness. I like to whisper in the dark, it said, throttling Fergal by the throat. My name is Baby Secret. Why had it such strength? I want to tell you something. I like to sleep with you. Baby Secret pried open Fergal's mouth and grabbed him by the tongue. Uttered Fergal, he rolled back around and put all of his weight on the evil. Sirens could then be heard, shrill and piercing in the evening. It was a confounding sight they saw as the police kicked the front door down. They found Fergal wrestling with a very cute animated doll. Hold it right where you are, said the advancing officer. But Fergal could not stop or he'd surely die. Everyone asked themselves, why? As Baby Secret jumped off Fergal's chest and scrambled for the Klingon knife. The cops didn't know whether to shoot or scratch their heads. Stop or we'll shoot, they uttered as Baby Secret retrieved the blade and came at Fergal, a whirling dervish of demonic madness. Will you tell me a story? Said Baby Secret as it flew through the air at Fergal. The police unleashed a barrage of bullets. Pow! Pow, 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 pow. And wouldn't you know it, a few rounds connected with Baby Secret. They passed through the toy and into the body of the toy shop owner. Fergal slumped to the floor, and Baby Secret took off running between their legs, slashing at everything in its path. The wrath of the dark god cruciate and Satan be upon thee. Fergal lay there, choking on his own blood. I never found love, but I have found peace in truth. And that was the last thing he said before passing through to the next world. What have we learned, boys and girls? Always keep one eye on what's under the furniture. Are you sure that's a dust bunny? Or is it Baby Secret coming? As far as I know, the demonic toy, it is still at large. Part 2 will come real soon. I know how much you all love sequels. R.I.P. Fergal Frankl. You will be missed by us and all the other cool actors of America. Thank you. Hope to see you tonight. I'm going to go to the Poetry Slam Finals. Not competing, but it's cool to go out there and see everybody competing and vying for the #1 spot. So Thank you very much, and have a great day. This is Manzoni in the Morning, signing off.